Hi, Brett. We understand you're getting the start tomorrow. Just give me your thoughts on getting a chance to get out there tomorrow.
Yeah, it was definitely really exciting getting the news today. I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be a good game. So yeah, I'm definitely really pumped to finally get a start.
What's it been like? Because I know it's tough. There hasn't been a lot of exhibition games, obviously, and then it's tough because you're battling for playing time with two pretty good goalies. I guess what's it been like trying to stay ready and trying to stay sharp just in practice alone?
Yeah, I just think taking practice extremely seriously and making sure every rep counts, and doing my job to keep getting better every day.
And just the last one, how's the team feel? Obviously, they got off to a nervous start yesterday, but do you get the sense that it was nice the way they kind of rebounded and then nice to just get playing hockey again?
Yeah, definitely. I thought our response was really good after a tough start, and yeah, we played a really solid game after that. So that was good to see.
Thanks, Brett.
Thanks.
Mark Master, go ahead, Mark.
Brett, when you think about leading the team onto the ice tomorrow, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, I'm definitely really excited. Ever since I was a kid, I dreamt of that moment. So, I'm really looking forward to it.
When you're at your best, what are you doing?
I'm confident when I'm at my best. So, yeah, I'm going to bring that tomorrow and make sure that I, do the same thing. It's just another game. And, I've played a lot with London this year. So I'm going to bring that same attitude and same mindset to tomorrow's game.
I know the NHL draft, that's a disappointing thing for you. How did you kind of overcome that? How did you use that maybe as motivation to get to this point?
Yeah, it was, definitely tough seeing 2 years go by without seeing my name picked. I think got a third year at it this year. So, I just used it as motivation and stayed focused on the task at hand.
How are you a different goalie this year versus even last year?
My time in the AHL was really beneficial for me working with Andy Chiodo in Wilkes-Barre. So that helped a lot. And I think just grew my game and on and off the ice.
Hey, Shane, I just want to know what it was like to get that first game under your belt. I know it's been a long time since you guys played a hockey game, and how do you kind of build on that performance moving forward?
That was good. It's definitely a lot of fun. Finally getting out there and playing. Obviously, it's one thing to practice, a bunch with the team and go over stuff in practice, but it's a different thing to actually play a game and play a real tournament game. So it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a really good game, and happy with how the team played overall.
Now you guys have got three really good goaltenders. Does it make a difference who's in net? Brett's getting the start tomorrow. How do you feel about that? And what's it been like with watching these guys compete for the net?
I mean, like you said, we have three unbelievable goalies. I think three goalies that can all be starters on this team, and it can all play really big roles. So I feel really confident with any three of those guys in the net back there, and happy for Brochu finally getting the start there tomorrow.
And personally, how'd you feel out there? Kind of did it take a while to find those skating legs, or were you ready to go right off the hop yesterday?
Maybe a little bit, maybe a little jitters off the start, a little nervous, maybe a little too amped up. Obviously, pretty excited with all the fans in the stands and finally getting to play. But I feel like I settled in the game pretty well. I feel like overall played all right, but hopefully I can pick my game up a little for tomorrow's game.
What will be the biggest difference with Maverick on your line with you and Cole?
I think Mav's a great player. Obviously, he's such a skilled player, a smart player. He's someone who can make plays. He's someone who works hard as well. He works in corners and he can win those battles. But he's a guy that I'm looking forward to playing with. He's someone who haven't had a lot of experience with so far playing with, but I feel like we can build that chemistry pretty quick and hopefully have a good game tomorrow.
So that's two natural centers on the line. If you find yourself over on the wing, what's the biggest kind of adjustment for you?
Not too much adjustment, honestly. I think just overall in the D zone, a little different play, different positioning. As a center, I'm used to being low, used to helping out low in the corners with the D. But as a winger, I'm staying high in the slot, protecting the middle of the ice there. And I feel like maybe a little less responsibility on my own end. Maybe I can pick a few more chances in the O zone. But nothing too different. I can not too bothered with playing winger or playing center.
Thank you so much, Shane. Thanks for your time. Following up on Mark's question about Cole, how do you see Cole Perfetti changing his game if he's playing center or wing at a different time?
I think he's the same player. I feel like he's someone who's so smart. He can play in any position. He can play in any situation as well. I think he's someone who always makes the right plays, always thinking one step ahead, two steps ahead of everyone else. So he's someone who, he can play any position, doesn't really matter where he is or who you put him with. He's always going to go out there, make some plays and, create some offense.
And then when you're going against him in draws, either in practice or obviously in the past competitively, what is challenging about going against him in the face-off dot, whether he's on his strong side or the offside?
I think just overall, he's quick, he's smart with way he plays the face-offs. He's quick with, his stick and his timing, his reactions really strong as well. And he can beat you a number of different ways. Obviously, he can beat you just straightforward. He can lift your stick or tie you up or whatever it is. So he's pretty smart and he can beat you in a lot of different ways.
What will be the biggest adjustment or change for you and Shane if Maverick is in that spot with you guys?
I don't think there'll be that much of it. Like, I don't think it'll take a lot to adapt or change, really. Like, I'm staying in the same position. Shaner might be a little bit, but, we're all so smart on this team. Everyone's such, high-end talent and high IQ that you can put anyone anywhere, and it's going to work. Like, most of these guys are centermen anyways. And, they got to play wing. They got to play new positions. Everything's new, and you play with new guys all the time. But that's the beauty of, having a skilled team like this, a smart team like this. You can put anyone anywhere. It's going to work. So I think we had a good day of practice today, and I don't think it'll take too long to adjust. And obviously having a guy like Mav on our line is, he's so smart and he plays the game well both ways. So, it'll add to both ends of to our play.
What stands out to you about Brett Brochu, and are you surprised he hasn't been drafted?
Yeah, I am surprised. He's, I've been playing against him for a while in the IIHF. Like, I played against him, I think he was there my second year. Yeah, in London. And, I think his stats were insane that year. Like, he was one of the top goaltender in the IIHF at that point. And, we played him lots, and I couldn't believe, honestly, didn't really know who he was the first time we played him. And he just kept getting better and better and taking the league by storm. And, his stats kind of backed it up, and he's carried that momentum, being recognized by Hockey Canada, making the team, and having a great OHL career. It's hard to believe he hasn't been drafted, but with his work ethic, he's such a nice guy. That kind of guy he is. Like, teams want him. Teams will want that kind of person in his work ethic, and the talent that he has, the ability that he has. Teams are going to want that. So, despite not being drafted, I think he's going to have a long, successful future for sure.
What did that time in Saginaw mean to you both on and off the ice in terms of your development as a hockey player and a person?
Yeah, it was huge. Going in there as a 16-year-old kid and, kind of leaving there as a 19-year-old that's got a lot more experience in the world and in hockey, and, just matured as a person, matured as a player, made a lot of new friends, relationships that will last a lifetime. Got a second family with my billets there. And there's just so much that the list goes on. And obviously the hockey part was so good for me, but there was so much more to that went into making Saginaw such a special place and for, leading to my success there and our team's success there. But obviously just really grateful that I made that decision, really happy. And, just grateful that, I'm able to make those friendships that, will last a lifetime.
Hello, Cole. Just to go back on your line today at the practice, do you think it could be beneficial to have Shane on the wing offensively? I mean,
yeah, he's such a smart player too. Like, obviously he's probably always been a centerman, but, I don't think it'll take long. Like, it won't take anything to adjust. I think, when you're allowed to break a little bit more and, there's a little bit of less responsibility in the D zone. And, obviously he's such a good two-way guy, but I think, having that, Mav being such a good two-way guy as well, maybe it allows Shane to break a little more offense or something like that. But honestly, I think, with what we have on that line, we got everything, skill and, brains, passing, a 200-foot game, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really good blend, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's an exciting line, and I think Shaner's excited about it, Mav's excited about it. I think we can create a lot in the offensive zone, and it's going to be a good test tomorrow.
I want to ask you about the positive things you saw in that game yesterday, and how do you kind of build on that for your game tomorrow?
Well, you just keep practicing all the good things that you're doing, and just kind of try and correct some of the things that weren't. But I like their second period. We held them to 2 shots. Power play was real good. Helped us obviously get the win. And just when we play fast and we play hard, that's our identity. So that's what we're pushing forward to do.
Dave, will you be sticking with Dylan in net tomorrow?
No.
So Brett Brochu gets the call?
Yes, he does.
What has he shown you to earn this opportunity?
He's a real good goaltender, puts the work in every day. He's a real good teammate.
Why did you have or decide to have Maverick up there with Shane and Cole at practice today?
Well, it's the same thing we do all through this tournament, is that we're going to mix and match as we move through the early part of the tournament, so we can be ready when the games take on a little bit more meaning.
How do you assess Shane so far through this process?
I'm sorry?
How do you assess Shane Wright so far through this process?
I think it's just like Shane, just like our team, doing a lot of good things and a work in progress.
I'm just curious about your goaltending decision. Is it going to be like an open process to be the number 1 guy for the first few games?
Well, we're going to use our depth. And like every other situation, we're happy after the first game, but we have some depth players, and we're going to put them in and use them, and then we'll go from there.